When you find yourself in a space where you absolutely cannot trust yourself, where you are literally second guessing every decision that you make, where you cannot decide for yourself and be sure inside yourself whether it's a good thing for you or whether it's a bad thing, it means that you are disconnected from your inner guidance. You're disconnected from this divine soul guidance that you have access within yourself. And usually that happens when something happened in the past where you decided that you cannot trust yourself. Some event led you to believe that you don't know what's good for you. You cannot rely on the answers that you receive from within. So it's better to rely on anything else. It's better to rely not on what you have inside yourself, but rather to rely on either your head, which is usually based, which is usually based on some external things that we learn, on the information that we receive from outside, and then we process it and transform this information into beliefs, or you choose to listen to other people more than yourself. And as a result of that, what usually happens is that you can feel very, very lost in your life. You can feel, you can find yourself having no purpose or not knowing what it is. Because here's the thing, all these kind of answers, all what your gifts are, what your purpose in this life is, what you're here to accomplish, what kind of life you're here to live, all these answers, they can only come from within yourself. They cannot come from the outside world. But when you're disconnected from your inner guidance and you don't trust it, you will be constantly searching for answers in the outside world. And guess what? You will not be finding them there. And that leads to a lot of frustration, to feeling lost, to feeling stuck, to feeling like nothing is happening in your life in the way that you have always imagined for yourself, right? So if you find yourself in that space of not trusting your inner guidance or being disconnected from inner guidance, what do you need to do in the first place? There are two things that I would kind of recommend to start with, to start playing with, and to see what it brings you. The very first thing is that, again, when we're disconnected from the guidance, it's because in the first place, we're disconnected from our body. We don't allow ourselves to feel the answers inside. Because what is inner guidance? It's that sense inside yourself of what is right and what is wrong for you, right? So when you know that something is good for you, your soul, your inner guidance will communicate to you the answer through some pleasant sensations. While when something is not good for you, it will communicate it to you in terms of maybe some stiffness or becoming contracted, or like nothing at all, like something very neutral, like for example, no sensations whatsoever. So, and if you find yourself in that space where you never understand what the answer is inside, like you try to tune in but nothing is happening, the first thing that I would recommend to do is to simply close your eyes and start taking deep, really deep breaths, and simply becoming aware of your breath coming in and out of your body. And just pay attention to how it enters and how it goes out, in and out. Give yourself like 5-10 minutes of doing that, and really, really pay attention to the sensations that you can capture. At the beginning, it can be a little bit of a challenge, right? Because if you're not used to doing this kind of practice, you might not necessarily feel anything. But again, as with any new habit that we build in our life, it requires a little bit of patience from you. It requires a little bit of practice so that the new habit can finally, replace the old ones that you have. And you being outside of your body, not feeling what you feel inside, is just a habit that you build for whatever reason for yourself. Okay? So the first step would be just relearning that through your breath, you can allow yourself to feel certain things inside your body. And first, you can allow yourself to feel these sensations, whatever sensations the air creates inside yourself. So when that first step is complete, then you can allow yourself to do a little bit a different exercise. Still the same, still with your eyes closed and keeping that deep breathing, you can bring into your memory any sort of experience that you have, right? And everything that we experience in our life, whether it was something exciting, something great, or whether it was something challenging, it always imprints inside ourselves as a feeling and as a thought or belief, if you want. And as a feeling, of course, it will translate itself as a sensation somewhere inside your body. So you can just close your eyes and first bring in your memory some sort of pleasant experience that you used to have before, right? And again, bring it into your memory as much as you can, all the little details that you can remember about that experience. So see what you were seeing, hear what you were hearing, literally all the scene, everything that you can remember. And then allow yourself to feel how you felt in that moment. And when you feel those feelings, just pay attention. Where do they show inside your body? Where do they go? And allow those feelings to grow together with those sensations. It can be very, very subtle at the very beginning, or it can be quite pronounced, But if you never listen, you kind of never know, right? And then allow yourself to feel into another experience that you had in your life, which was not necessarily a good one, which was challenging for you, right? It can be some sort of stressful situation, for example, you've been through. Please don't go into anything traumatic, like any sort of abuse or like abusive situation. We wouldn't want you to, to re-traumatize yourself like that. But go into something that's unpleasant but not traumatic, okay? Maybe stressful but not traumatic. And just again, do exactly the same thing with your eyes closed. First, allow yourself to breathe, and then bring into your memory, inside your own head, everything that you can remember about that event, like faces, conversations that you had, maybe sounds that were around you, the pictures that you saw, anything that you saw around yourself. And then allow yourself to feel what you felt in that situation. And once you can feel that, go inside your own body, explore to see where this is located inside your own body, okay? So like this, you can also sense where it lives inside your body right now. By doing these two things, by going into one very positive experience and one very negative experience, you can already distinguish for yourself what feels good, how good sensations translate inside your own body, and how some sort of bad sensations, bad feelings translate into sensations inside your own body, okay? That can already give you some sort of clue and indication how your body communicates to you. Because when it comes to tuning inside your inner guidance, it's really about getting an answer what's good and what's not good. Because what feels good inside you, it's what is in alignment with you. What doesn't feel good inside you, it's not in alignment. Okay? So once you have practiced doing these things, remembering certain experiences from your past, you can start playing with your intuition. You can start playing with your inner guidance in exactly the same way, with the only difference that you will not be bringing into your memory any sort of situations from the past, but instead you will be thinking about something that's in front of you. That a situation that is in front of you that you need to tackle, or a decision that you need to make. And you can close your eyes and imagine that yourself making that decision, making that choice in exactly the same way, allowing yourself to visualize whatever you will be doing, whatever you might be seeing, whatever you might be experiencing in that situation. And then allow yourself to see, how does my body feel? What sensations do I experience? Are they pleasant sensations, or are they like no-go sensations? Like something not very, very pleasant to feel. And you will start, the more you do these kind of little things, like the more you play in this way, the more you develop your intuitive muscle, and the more you get connected back into your body. Okay? Now, if you tune in, you remember any sort of experience, you can remember all the images, you can remember all the sounds and everything, but you cannot feel anything inside yourself. There is one step that you would need to do first, right? Because that means you chose to disconnect from your body at some point because somehow being in your body became dangerous, became unsafe, or maybe became too painful. Okay? So in that case, the step before practicing these little funny things, is to I like to do it in a meditative state, because I believe that in meditation we can literally connect to our truth and just ask any answers that we want to receive. So And in a deep meditative state, you can simply close your eyes, like, and once you put yourself in that state, 5-10 minutes sometimes is more than enough. You can start asking yourself, when did I decide to disconnect from your body? When did I decide that it's not safe to be in my body anymore? When did I decide that it's dangerous and it's painful? Okay? And you can see what kind of answers come through. And once you get those answers, you will know what you need to heal. And of course, healing is something separate that you would need to do for yourself. But it's a huge step forward, because once you have taught your mind that it's okay to be in your body, it's safe to be inside your body and feel whatever you're feeling, because feeling is part of life. Feelings, it's what makes our life juicy, right? Because if there are no feelings involved in whatever we are going through, life doesn't feel full, right? Life doesn't feel complete. And at the same time, your intuition, your inner guidance cannot communicate to you, because it always communicates to you through sensations that come from what you feel. Okay? So that's what you would need to do for yourself as an additional step, to explore why it wasn't safe, why it's still not safe, so that you can come back and regain that sense of safety. Give yourself what you need to feel safe. And then play with the first step that I explained. Okay? So this is what you need to do. If you feel really, really disconnected from your inner guidance and you don't trust your inner guidance at all, these are the things that you can play with and see where they lead you. So please let me know. Are you connected to your inner guidance? Do you feel that you can always trust the answers that come from within, or do you mostly doubt them and choose what your mind tells you? Where in between these two extremes do you find yourself? Somewhere in the middle, closer to trusting my inner nudges, or closer to trusting only my mind and like ignoring my intuition? So please let me know in the comments below, where do you find yourself here? And of course, if you would like to share that video with someone who you know is living too much in their head and not enough in the soul and never trusting themselves, please feel free to share it. And if you want my help with healing whatever parts of you that don't feel safe being inside your body, please reach out to me. And I will let you know how I can help. We can discuss it a little bit more in detail, but I will let you know what kind of help I can offer you. But I can tell you already that one of the most powerful ways how I help people heal is through quantum healing, where I guide you into the quantum field, where everything is available. All of our experiences, past, present, and future, is available for your review, for you to see the truth, for you to see what happened, for you to see why did you decide in the first place it wasn't safe for you, so that you can heal in there and create new beliefs for yourself, create new future experiences for yourself, and literally rewrite your history, basically. It's a very, very powerful session that I have done already so many times, and I love doing that, and I love seeing transformations that people experience in that session. So if that's something that speaks to you, please feel free to reach out, and you also have the link to that session below, in the description section, so you can check it out for yourself if you would like. So thank you very much for watching that video. I hope you found it useful for yourself. And yes, if you want more videos from me, if you want to be notified when any new videos are uploaded, don't forget to subscribe below, and please share that with anyone you feel needs to hear this. Thank you very much, and have an amazing, awesome day.